Alrighty, CNT120, Chap6Lab. We just got done configuring our router with our wireless settings, the two different frequency bands, 2.4 and 5 gig. We then went in and added the MAC address of the laptop we're using, or MAC addresses of the laptops we're using. Again, you can use your own laptop, just make sure you have the right MAC address, add it in there. If you want to use one of our lab room laptops, be my guest, and actually each lab person, if they wanted to, could do that. Just make sure you add both MAC addresses in. Again, when you do the ipconfig all, make sure you get the wireless NIC MAC address and change the format to so before you add it in. Okay. Once you do that, again, here was my laptop that I plugged in. We did the trace. Now, get your laptop. I used the lab room laptop. I used a wireless utility on there. I found my 2.4 gig band and I plugged the password in and connected. Now, make sure you're taking your time. All this stuff is case sensitive. Make sure you're carefully plugging the password in. If it connects, awesome. If not, carefully go back and redo that step, making sure you have your password keyed in correctly. If it still does not work, go back here and make sure the MAC address you plugged in is correct. If need be, delete it, re-add it, apply it. Try this again. If it's still not working, go back to here and make sure your password is incorrect. And again, that is case sensitive, so carefully do all those steps. If need be, reapply all that and then reconnect your laptop or laptops if you're doing both. Once I did that, I pulled up an ipconfig on the laptop and made sure I was getting an IP address from the wireless network. Mine actually is a 1.104, so I know I am. So over here, what we're going to do is try to look at some settings on this router now that we have some things up and running configured. So if this window is closed, awesome. If not, we'll use the back arrow here, and I'm going to go out to kind of the main page. Here is showing my network status of this computer, this desktop computer I'm using, connect to the router, connect to the internet. Here shows the two wireless bands, and I can actually click on those, and I think I can get some details off of. There we go. There's your password. There's your password. So I can actually get some details off there if I need to. Guest network is turned off. Here's my device list. Now, initially when I looked at this, my laptop was not showing. So what I did was I actually just rebooted the router and reconnected the laptop, and it popped right in there. So if you go to look at this and you're not seeing your laptops in there, just do the, actually I'll show you here. We'll go to the device list section here. If it's not showing, I just use the reboot router option. It rebooted, I reconnected my laptop, and it popped right in there. So here is the router, here's the desktop I'm using, and it's showing my laptop as like a desktop computer. That's fine. But if I open this and look down here at the MAC address, there's the IP I have, there's the MAC address of my laptop. So I know it is this device. This is actually just calling it that. It's like, okay, whatever. But it is a Windows laptop. There is my devices connected into my network. Okay. And here it even says the guest network, my network. That should show that there. Now, let's gather some proof of having the router up and configured and our wireless devices connected to our network. So right now, we're going to go here. We'll go to the back out basically to the home page, if you will, this page right here. We're going to grab a screenshot of this and call this the Wi-Fi router config. Now I'm going to let this cycle around and get it here so it shows that. But I'll get my snipping tool ready. I'll use the snipping tool here. And where are you, snipping tool? There you are. Okay. And I want to grab a picture of basically this area here. So I'll do new. And I'm going to click and drag while it's showing that window, and I'll save that. And this shows my two wireless networks, my devices connected, that sort of thing. So I'm going to save this, and I think I give it a name of Wi-Fi router config. Yeah. So I'm going to go to my CNT120. I'm going to do the chapter 6 folder that I have here, and I'm going to call this my Wi-Fi router config, and I we'll save that one. So that shows the router is up and configured, including our wireless networks up and configured. And now we want to grab the devices connected, showing the laptops connected. That's what I said before. If you go to the device list here, either device list here or here, and you don't see your laptops in there, just do the reboot on it. It's going to take a minute or two. Reboot it, reconnect your laptops, and it should pop right in there. I'm going to get a picture of this now. So I'm going to grab our snipping tool again. And I'm going to grab a picture of that showing my devices that are in there. And we'll save that guy now. And I think I call that our wireless device connection. Yeah, so I'll call this the wireless device connection. And that way I know you know how to configure a wireless network as well, a basic wireless network with some MAC filtering, and you're also able to get devices connected to your own wireless network. So I'll save that one as well. All right. At this point, if you want to work with this more and maybe move your laptop over to the 5 network, put another laptop in, change the MAC filtering, that sort of thing, be my guest. Once you're done, we're going to do a reset on this guy. And I think, let me go here real quickly. I don't know if it does it. No, I think it actually... Yeah, we just need to use the paperclip. We're going to do the reset on the router, let it reboot. Once it's done blinking, then we'll disconnect and put away. Disconnect the patch cable from the internet port. Disconnect your cable from the LAN port and basically return those to where they were when you started. Make sure your PC and so forth is set back to the college network, if you will, and then return your laptops to the laptop cabinet if you borrowed one. Please try to put them back in as neatly as they were when you got them out. And then make sure you get your 2 screenshots submitted to the Dropbox for this lab. And again, if you did it as a pair, one of you submit to your Dropbox, the other one log in and submit to your Dropbox, so that way you have those files in there. And there's our basic wireless network lab for Chapter 6.